This is big breaking emergency news. A letter has now been sent out, and they are warning that we could have major attacks inside the United States. And they're saying that this could potentially happen during the solar eclipse. They're saying these mass gatherings of people could be targeted. That's what's being reported on mainstream news right now. And the FBI and the DHS have sent out a letter warning of this as well. They're warning the governors and law enforcement that they need to be on high alert for something to happen. And they're even comparing this to what happened in Russia. Very devastating what happened there. They're saying that we could have a similar event, right? So this is big. This is a major warning, and you should be avoiding mass gatherings, all right? And it might not happen on the solar eclipse, but they are bringing it up in this segment saying that it could, and this threat is going to linger. They're saying that these groups are coming back. They're coming back all of a sudden. All of a sudden, these groups are coming back. So let's dive into this news really quick. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big news, right? So you can see here, this was just aired on mainstream news, all right? And they're warning that the FBI and DHS are sending out this letter for violent threats in the U.S. You can see there, that's how it starts off. Let's listen to this really quick, and then we will talk about some stuff that's actually going on inside of the country right now.
Security warning right here in the U.S. from the FBI and Homeland Security, warning of potential threats to public gatherings, the timing of this and why they're concerned tonight. Here's our Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas with late reporting.
Tonight, FBI and Homeland Security officials are warning U.S. law enforcement about the potential for terror inspired by that deadly ISIS attack in Moscow targeting a concert hall. The concern, according to the bulletin, violence targeting mass gatherings such as sports stadiums, concert venues, or houses of worship in the United States. Law enforcement told to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity. The bulletin coming just days before millions will gather to watch the eclipse on Monday. Authorities say following the Moscow attack, ISIS and its supporters celebrated the assault and shared graphic and violent attack footage. The terror group calling for similar attacks in the United States. I'm told U.S. law enforcement is being urged to take this bulletin seriously. Sources say ISIS remains a very real threat.
All right, so you heard that there. That's the narrative they are now pushing on mainstream news. They're saying that these attacks could mimic what happened in Russia. And they're saying this group, ISIS, is going to come back all of a sudden. It's coming back, and we're going to have these threats inside the U.S. So be on red alert right now. Be on high alert, because the FBI, DHS are putting out this warnings, and they're saying it's coming days before the solar eclipse. So is this what they've been preparing for? There's a few different theories about things that they are preparing for. All right, potential phone disruptions, potential earthquakes in the aftermath that could happen even months later, right? Disruptions to traffic, travel. The FAA has issued warnings for traveling, right? All these things are in the air right now, and they're also warning that there could be a big attack, all right? And think about it, if an attack like this happens, they're saying your cell phone's not going to work, you're not going to have medical assistance or anything, all right? They're saying no ambulances or firefighters or doctors are going to be able to get to you because there's going to be too many people in this massive crowd. So it would be the time for something like this to happen. It would be maximum damage, right? So let's hope this doesn't happen. But it's very suspicious that they are putting out this bulletin now and this warning. So we need to be on red alert. The border is also wide open right now, all right? And we are having things like this happen in our country all the time, right? This just happened yesterday. There was a massive explosion and a fire at a steel mill plant in Pueblo, Colorado. All right, so these fires, these explosions are happening on a consistent basis. This was at the Raz steel mill factory plant, and they had heavy flames and thick black smoke was visible, right? And people were evacuated that were inside of this factory. You can see here this fire. These things are happening constantly, all the time, and it's not a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence when the border's wide open. They're warning us that people are coming over, and now they're saying that they're planning attacks inside the United States. So what is this? How is this being allowed to happen? We've come full circle. It's been wide open, and now they're saying somehow these people are here and they're going to have these attacks, right? So you need to be staying far away from these mass gathering events, right? The solar eclipse is going to be cool. It's going to be a good event to experience. And your best bet is to just stay away from these major events. And honestly, at this point, we don't really know. This also could be used as some type of ritual, something along those lines, right? Not saying it's going to be, but a lot of weird things normally happen on specific dates, right? Certain dates are always, they stand out, right? 9/11. It seems like a lot of these things happen on certain dates and certain times, and potentially this could be used as a ritual, right? I'm not saying anything is going to happen, because they're putting out this alert too, saying that it could last longer. They're saying even after the eclipse, you need to be on red alert. But it is very strange and suspicious that they put out this alert. They put it out just yesterday, Friday on the 5th. FBI DHS, that segment ran April 5th on Friday. All right, so something could be going on. And this could be the preemptive tell. When this stuff happened in Russia, the FBI and the U.S. Embassy, they put out an emergency warning for U.S. citizens inside of Russia to avoid these large gatherings. They were saying that they could be targeted and there could be some kind of major attack. Just a week before this big attack happened in Russia, they put out this alert. They were saying there could be a big attack. Need to be on red alert. And it happened, right? So now they're issuing the same alert for the same group, same people, saying the same playbook is going to be ran inside the United States as well. And potentially these dates could be used. All right, it's going to be 4/8/24, 4/8/24, right? I don't know if that means anything. I'm not into like numerology really or anything like that, but it's just, I notice patterns. I notice that they do these things. It matters to some people. These dates, these numbers, these specific moments. And everyone can feel that something big might happen here during this eclipse. And now they're tying it, bringing it up, saying that this warning has been issued days before the eclipse. How many warnings have we? We have the National Guard deployed. We're having cell phone blackout warnings. All right, heart attack warnings. I don't know if you saw that video. It's insane. They're warning that anything could happen potentially during this eclipse. They're trying to cover every scenario, it seems like. And this is a big one though. All right, so all these things are coming together. It seems like somebody has some kind of intelligence that something big could happen. And the floodgates and the doors are wide open and have been wide open. So this attack could have been planned for months or even years at this point. Could have been funded potentially by taxpayers paying for housing, clothing, food, all these things for a lot of people. And we could potentially be funding someone that's going to hurt our country. Very serious. And they even just ruled that illegal immigrants, a federal judge ruled this, that they can carry firearms and have weapons. And they have access to the Second Amendment. So this is big, right? People can come right over and have access to arms, ammunition, and potentially carry out one of these attacks. That's what they're warning of. And all these fires we've seen, these fires in Texas, all over the place, they could be technologies, advanced technologies, directed energy weapons. But they also could just be groups of people dousing gasoline and starting fires and burning down starting largest fires in U.S. history. Right? That also could be happening right now. We don't know exactly, and there's never really any specific cause given. So let me know what you guys think. All right, should we be on alert for this? It seems like we should. It seems like you should avoid these major situations and be able to protect yourself and have these readiness. Maybe play through these things in your head, because it's just different. You think you're going to be prepared for something big that happens, some kind of emergency, something that you need to react to quickly. And a lot of the times it's just different than what you've thought about. So play out different scenarios, be ready, be calm, and don't panic as well if you're in any of these situations. Don't freak out, stay calm, and try to get yourself and your loved ones away as quick as possible. Right? So thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family. All right, I hope you're getting prepared. Hope you're getting ready. Hope you are stocked up, right? Because we're going to see big changes. 2024, they have something cooking. There's too many moving parts. There's too many burners that are cooking and overflowing. Too many pots overflowing, boiling over right now for something not to catch on fire. Right? That's essentially what we're dealing with. We got a bunch of pots boiling hot oil, bubbling over, and one of them's about to flash in the pan and catch on fire, because we have all these different threats, all these different warnings, and every day need to be ready. All right, I just cleaned out my water tank, drained it out, 200-gallon water tank, drained it out, washed it out again. It was getting a little just grimy, and filled it up again. Right? Have these water tanks ready. Have your gas tanks filled up, your red tanks, your car tank. All right? Be prepared. We could see coordination too. They're warning of attacks from Iran, potentially, from the stuff going on in the Middle East, Iran and Israel. They're saying we could see cyber attacks on the U.S. We already saw this on our water systems a few months ago. There were shutdowns of water systems all over the place. We could see false flag situations potentially. Not saying we're going to, but it's just an option. And we could see these things in coordination. We could see a cyber attack and a physical attack at the same time. All right? Look at the healthcare system that was shut down. What if hospitals are cyber attacked? Nobody can respond. Nobody can be processed. And they can't get people to the hospital that have been injured in the physical attack. All right? So these things, this is 5th generation warfare, using these obscure techniques and these unconventional techniques to cause major disruptions in our society. All right, so get prepared now, guys. Get stocked up, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.